Hey everyone, Chris here from Moore's Jewelers. Today I'm showing off a pendant we custom made for a client's customer in Atlanta, Georgia. Their customer came to them with the ring you see here, wanting the same style turned into a pendant for a large emerald cut green peridot. They wanted the same texture border with the small bezel set diamonds in the prongs that will hold the gemstone in place. Overall a simple but cool design. The trick came in transitioning the original design to fit the larger cut gemstone. And here we have the green peridot the customer wants to use for the pendant. You'll notice how on the ring each bezel set prong is placed in the cardinal directions, but the peridot being an emerald cut, the prongs need to be placed in each corner to properly secure the stone. And here's the pendant we came up with. However, for each bezel we did need to slightly thicken and elongate them in order to cover and protect the corners of the gemstone. Once each diamond is set into place, the subtle difference will be hard to notice unless compared side by side. Another reason we were glad to have the gemstone in-house was we were able to adjust the seat for the peridot into the correct position. This is a thick cut gemstone, and given the prongs had to be printed and cast already bent in, once their jeweler pops the stone into place it must already be as snug as possible so the prongs will have little travel distance when being pushed into place. If they are slightly too high, the jeweler might have to use extra force to push them into place, and this could mess up the bezel settings. Other than that, the rest of the pendant is pretty straightforward. We continued the same pattern throughout the pendant, leaving each section thick enough to give the polisher some wiggle room. This lets them get below the initial casting surface without having to worry about polishing any of the pattern away. You might also notice 4 cut-off areas inside of the pendant. This is just how the piece was sprued for casting. Their jeweler will file these areas flat before setting the stone. Another part of the pendant is the bell and jump ring at the top. This is an area we have found that our customers really like about our printing and casting process. We are able to print and cast the bells already attached. This saves our clients a huge amount of time and money as their jewelers do not have to spend the extra time soldering each bell on, and new pieces are not needed to be ordered for each pendant made. It's all just a part of the initial CAD fee. Speaking of the way the piece was sprued, I thought I'd show off how we set up the tree for this particular pendant. I know this isn't everyone's favorite part of the process to see, but we know some of our customers enjoy it, and this pendant required a different sprue system than your usual piece. So I thought I'd show it off for those who are curious. In order for the metal to flow properly without having any cool spots, we attached feeder sprues to the base of each prong, as well as each bar for the seat. These positions were calculated by how fast the metal cools down versus how fast it would travel in the flask. The belt also received 3 sprues just because of how long and large it was compared to the rest of the pendant. And once again, here's the final pendant once all the sprues have been clipped off. When we finished the 3D model for the piece, we did send our client rendered images of what the final product would look like, and we know from that their customer is thrilled with the design. We hope the final product turns out just as they were imagining. We've already sent this piece off to our client for their jeweler to finish setting the gemstone and polish the final product. This was a fun pendant to lay out. It's more of your reserved styling of jewelry, but once completed, the small bezel set diamonds contrasted with the pattern inlaid in the metal will help draw focus to the large peridot gemstone, which is what the customer wanted. We also think by having the prongs placed in each corner rather than in the cardinal directions like is seen in the ring will help the pendant feel balanced and weightless. There's nothing wrong with the setting of the original ring, and it may be because it's an unusual layout, but for that size stone the ring feels confined, and from certain angles the metal overpowers the gemstone. But that's it for us on this piece. If you are looking to have a pendant custom made for a gemstone in your collection, feel free to contact us over at mooresjewelers.com. We are always more than happy to help in any way we can. For anything else, feel free to check the description for links on our services or feel free to leave us a comment. Thanks for watching.